Good morning, and it's another cracker. Sun's out, vitamin D time. The best way, obviously, to get your vitamins is from nature. We are kind of obsessed with finding a deficiency and wanting to supplement it instead of getting to the root cause of our deficiencies, which is mainly due to the fact we've destroyed the soil and we're not outside enough. It's actually, you know, the more of this work that you do, the more you just can't really believe, you know, how humans became so disconnected and got so carried away with the material world that they completely forgot. Morning, Lorna. They completely forgot that they were part of nature. It's that, it is quite outstanding. So today we're going to do just a breathing exercise. Morning, Kimberly. You know, imagine living in a world where anxiety, if you go and say you're anxious, they give you a drug instead of teaching you how to breathe properly. And imagine living in a world where you've had childhood abuse and they give you drugs so that you don't feel the pain, and they don't teach you how to breathe properly and how to let go. This morning, guys, morning, Craig, morning, Sasha. This is the world that we are living in. This morning, Stephanie, we're living in a world where nobody taught us. I don't know whose responsibility it is, to be honest. A culture where nobody taught us how to utilise the body, how to utilise the breath to change our chemistry, how to use the power of our intention to let go. I mean, I am working with people just now, and when they tell me all the medications they're on, I'm just like, can I help people override the lethargy and just the problem that all these different medications that people are on? Is it possible to override that with the power of the mind and with the breath? Or are you just going to sink back down into that kind of drugged up state? It really is a pretty shocking place that we've got to, where we've just, instead of explaining to people how powerful they are, teaching them about the breath, explaining about nature, Scotland's Wild Medicine is going to do that for you, that people are sitting in their homes totally unaware of how powerful they are. Totally unaware. Even when Patrick McKeown's been teaching, he healed his asthma with the Buteyko method, and he has been teaching breathing for 20 years. What is it with us that we don't want to believe we're powerful? That we can't believe by changing the way we breathe? Is it because it's too simple? Because it puts the responsibility back to us? Can you override the disempowerment mentality? Well, I think the answer to that, Gillian, is yes, some people, everybody can. Everybody has the potential to override the programming and the culture and the past and the limitations that we've collected and created in this lifetime. And, but will they? And this is the debate. And I think in Scotland particularly, we've really created a dependency, which is really kind of ironic, where people believe, they need to be dependent on the NHS for their health, dependent on the government for benefits and all the stuff that we give our power away. And now where we're at is like, wow, if we are that powerless, it really kind of destroys your entire purpose and your excitement for life to think that we're actually relying on these people, these politicians, to look after us. I mean, come on, it is mental. So, the breathing, and I think most people on this call have probably done a reasonable amount of conscious breathing. But see, even trying to get people to breathe, how tightly coiled people are in their story and in their suffering. And through no fault of their own, nobody wants to feel crap deliberately. But when we are in that tight state, and then I'm asking people to breathe, they get scared, right? They get scared because, oh, I feel lightheaded. Yes, you're meant to. Oh, there's tingling. Yes, there's meant to be. Because what happens is when you start to really expand is obviously energy moves, right? Because that's all we're doing, is moving energy, clearing blocks and allowing the energy to flow. And when we can do that, literally miracles can happen. You know, when I did one of the first breathing beliefs when I came out of the community 2 years ago, I was stunned at how powerful the breath is. And getting cold, because to me it wasn't even cold, it was the reservoir was like 18 degrees. But to see the difference in people when they all were breathing consciously, collectively, and then they kind of were overriding. They didn't believe they could go into the reservoir. This was in Threepmuir in Edinburgh. And they did. And then the huge adrenaline rush you get when you do something that you didn't think you could do. And the simple act of breathing, we were lying there in the wind and a bit of rain. I don't know, there was about 50 odd of us breathing. And I was like, can it be this simple? I mean, and that, I know the mind trips you up and says, really, am I that powerful? All I need to do is change the way I breathe. So yes, that's all you need to do is change the way you breathe. You know, there's a lot of techniques, and obviously I've been teaching some of these techniques as to how you can set yourself free from the past, from the conditioning. But when you pump up the body like you're pumping up a lilo, the cells have got no option but to expand. They can't do anything else. So if you consciously breathe and you're like, I'm creating expansion, I'm creating this limitless expansion within my body. When you really go there and you decide, I've suffered enough and I have the power within me, with the power of my intention and my breath, to let go of anything and everything that no longer serves me. All of us have got that power. So why would you not do it? Because you're scared, because you don't believe, because you're limited, because blah, blah, blah. All the reasons that we have for hanging on. And trust me, I've been teaching people to let go for 15 years. And people want to hang on, including myself. Still feel myself getting caught up, tripped up, thinking, oh, you're really still hanging on to that limiting belief, that hanging on to that feeling, hanging on to that story, that resentment. It's like, oh, right, okay. This is an ongoing process. You know, I've been programmed like this for 6 decades. Imagine learning this when you're 5, 6 years old, which is something that you organically do. You feel the feeling and you scream, you dance, you jump, you let go. And your breathing will automatically work with your emotions. Kids will hold their breath. There's an intelligent reason behind that as well. They're doing all these behaviours automatically, and then we batter it out of them. And now we're starting to try and retrain them into being these phenomenally powerful beings, seeing that they're phenomenally powerful beings. And that's what I see around a lot just now is, there's no nice way to put this, but cowardice. The willingness to stand up for yourselves, what's right for you, and to be able to speak your truth around what you're believing, because everybody's needing approval. Oh, but what are they thinking? What are they thinking about me? What are they thinking about me? What will the neighbours say? What will this? Really, guys, we need to really move beyond that now. We are in a massive paradigm shift. And that is going to require courage to rise into the frequencies of the 5th dimension. You can't go there with fear. It's simply not possible. So fear has to be released. You have to trust and surrender to a process, to a higher power, whatever you want to call it, to the unified field, to the quantum soup. I don't care what you call it. To me, it's all the same thing. We have to stand in our power now. We have to rise. We have to be collective. We have to tribe up. Stopping people down and criticising people and calling them, that just doesn't work. It just creates more of that 3D energy, more suffering, more pain. If somebody is bringing you down, it's because they're in pain. When you're in the higher states of courage, acceptance and peace, you will only see a pain body, you will and a soul. You will not see somebody that you want to criticise and judge. And sadly, our politics has gone that way. Everywhere in the media, it is really exhausting. All the stuff we watched with Harry and Meghan, men delighting in bringing a pregnant woman down. It's really, really, if anybody thinks that is a strategy for moving forward and moving out of suffering, well, I don't know what to say to you. Switch me off for a start. So today we're just going to do a breathing exercise. Yes, we are ascending. But obviously not everybody is going to ascend because it's probably not time. It is a consciousness thing. What level of consciousness and how open are you to ascending? Because it can be a rocky old ride. Staying where you're at can be a lot easier. And if you want to stay where you're at, that is your prerogative. And if you want to shut your mind down, I remember when my dad was dying, I was trying to get him to read the holographic universe, and he kind of looked at it, and then he said to me, he was a scientist, he said, I'm quite happy with what I think I know. And I thought, God, that's quite clever. So he was basically saying, I understand, that there's a lot more there, but right now, I'm just going to stay with what I feel. Nothing wrong with that. But the rest of us who are just like, oh my God, being stirred, being restless, angry, overwhelmed, if we don't have these feelings, we won't take action. It's that simple. All that's happening is the universe is squeezing us tighter and tighter and tighter until we're like, oh my God, I need to do something to change this. And it's all about change. And obviously, as humans, we don't really like to change. We like to stay where we are because it's comfortable. And anytime you go out your comfort zone, even if it's changing how you breathe, and I witness this on a daily basis, people want to stop because the fear of the unknown. And if you are going to be a proper spiritual warrior who is totally engaged in raising your own vibration, then you're going to have to get used to discomfort. Because letting go can be uncomfortable until you get over the other side of it. And breathing consciously, really going for it, it's a workout, it can be tiring, and it can feel you might want to stop. That's all completely normal and human as well. But the trick is really to observe yourself doing it. Awareness, that's the first level. I am aware that I'm complaining, blaming, shaming, and not taking full responsibility for my energy. And we all do it. But the thing is now we're realising if we put that out, that's what we're going to get back. If we do not rise literally above it in terms of frequency, we're going to get more of the same. And, most of the things that you think today, you'll have thought yesterday. And you've got this phenomenal thing called free will. Your imagination, your intention, this power within you that you're not using simply because why? Too tired, don't have enough time, don't understand, don't know what to do. And that's where the breathing comes in. You don't need to go into a story. You don't need to know why you're feeling the way you're feeling. You don't need to know jack. All you need to do is change the way that you breathe. So we're going to crack on because I've only got half an hour today. So let me pull this in a little bit closer. We're going to do a few different breathing techniques because you know me, I like to teach you a variety of stuff so that you can take what you like and roll with it. And the body's brilliant at cheating. It learns the easy way to do things, so it's always a good idea to switch it up and change the way you do things. So we're going to start off just with the Bateko, very slow, gentle, quiet breathing. So you're breathing, but you're just doing it really slowly and really quietly and really mindfully. And then we're going to take the energy up then, because we're going to do 4 rounds. So you can lie down if you want to do this, because if you're doing it right, you will get lightheaded and tingly. If you're pregnant, obviously, if you get high blood pressure, be careful. For anybody who's risk averse, if you don't like the feeling, don't stop doing it. So We're going to, if you want to lie down, then you don't need to worry about however you're feeling. Just observe. Keep your eyes closed, because I want you to really, really deepen the relationship with your cells. We're going to create cellular tensegrity. We're going to put the cells into tune, and you're going to know they're in tune because of how you feel. So this is get out the mind, the monkey mind, and get into the body. Our minds are driving us insane and creating disease, and we have to learn how to manage it. We don't have any option. And part of that is, again, like we were talking about yesterday, very strong boundaries about what you let in and who you let in until you're really good at this. Because a lot of people are instilling fear. We're allowing people to instill fear within us. Our children are stressed about going back to school. I mean, it's just madness. But let's stop blaming the politicians and the government and the bloody coronavirus, whatever it is, and start going, right, okay, how do I get strong? How do I manage me? Because that's the only thing I'm in control of, is me. Instead of trying to get the world out there to change, you change your cells, your chemistry, your electromagnetic field, and your intention. Okay, so just close your eyes. If you've not done this one before, you're just going to breathe in and out through the nose if possible. Doesn't matter though if you can't. You want to start teaching yourself to breathe through your nose again. So just really, really quietly. Breathing in and out through the nose. Just observe. And really deepening your connection with the cells, with the body. And you want to get to a place we call air hunger, where you want to breathe in really deeply, but you're not going to. You're just going to really focus in on breathing in and out slowly and as quietly as you can. And your CO2 and oxygen levels are changing now. And your heart rate's slowing down. Just by simply overriding this really, really automatic function. If you're not feeling any air hunger yet, slow it down even more. Okay. So that's a brilliant little exercise, like the 4-7-8, that you can really practice and extend your breathing. Again, you're teaching the body a new trick. Okay, so now we're going to do 2-4. So I'm just going to put my hand up there like this, and up obviously is in breath, and out the out breath. So you might see in the belly. Come on, mean it. Work that diaphragm. Override the programming. Five more. Put some effort into it. Okay, we're going to go all the way in and we're going to hoo out like this. Hoo. Close your eyes and check in with the body. Two more. Okay, a few nice easy breaths. Feel your own vibration. Observe your cells resetting themselves. Observe the expansion that you've created already. And really put your full intention into this exercise. Okay, now we're going to do 2-2. And we're going to do it nice and slowly, nice and controlled. Fill the belly up and really have a clear intention to let go of all stress and fear and anything that no longer serves you. Remember, you're the master. You're in control of all this. So stand up, pull your power pants on and do it. Okay, so sorry, my phone switched off there. I hope you kept going with your breathing. So in. Now you should feel quite a lot of energy starting to build up now. You might feel a little bit of tingling in your hands. I quite often feel my face starts to go a bit funny. I can feel my hands starting to tingle, and I know that I'm getting to the place that I want to go. So keep going. Just keep breathing. Ignore all the distractions. Okay, and we're going to breathe all the way in and all the way out. In a controlled pause. Hold your breath now for as long as you can. Close your eyes and tune in. Observe the intelligence at work, the chemistry change, the resetting, the tingling, the lightheadedness, whatever is going on in there, allow it. Let go and allow the magic and the intelligence to do its due. Observe the intelligence in every cell in your body. Allow healing to happen. You are the master. Let go. Let go. Let go. Dissolve into the wave. And if you need to breathe, just gently breathe in and out and hold again. Three, two, one, all the way in. Pelvic floor, abdominals. Gently direct that energy through the thalamic gate into the pineal gland and watch the electrical explosion. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. And let it go. And by now there should be a distinct energy change in the body. If you've been using clear intention, focus, you should be feeling that energy as we go into our last round. Remember, you're in control here. You're the master, the conductor, the pilot of these cells. You clearly intend to let go of all fear and stress and stand and rise into these higher vibrations where suffering and dis-ease cannot exist. Okay, so we're going to do the bellow breath here that will almost go into the breath of fire. So just do it as fast as you can. It's a very controlled in and out. So you focus on the out breath. So you're pushing the breath out through the nostrils. Go at your own speed. And stop, breathe out. Breathe all the way in and all the way out. And a controlled pause. Hold it. And observe. Allow and release. Allow yourself to dissolve. Let go of all fear and stress, all judgment and need for approval. Just let it all go now. Three, two, one, and we're going to squeeze all that beautiful energy into our pineal gland. Squeeze it. See that light coming up the spine into the brain. Feel the piezoelectric charge as you become the alchemist. As you release the chemistry. Keep the muscles tight. And let it go. Just keep your eyes closed. And just bask in the expansion. Consciously and deliberately allow your vibration to rise. Quietly affirm, I allow my vibration to rise. It is safe for me to raise my frequency. I am letting go of all wanting approval. I am letting go of all reactions to the apparent others. I'm releasing any energy I could call stress now. Let it go. Take control. Stand in your power. You're the director. Mean it. Allow your frequency to rise. Feel every cell in the body expand as you get lighter and lighter and higher and higher. Releasing the past. Releasing all limitation. Negative cellular memories, let them all go. Let go of any self-doubt, limiting beliefs around being enough. Let it all go now. Mean it. Your cells are listening for your direction. Make your decision loud and clear. I am letting go of anything and everything that no longer serves me. I'm releasing all negative frequencies from the past. I have that power. I allow my boundaries to be strong and come from a place of the truth. I'm letting go of all need for approval from myself and others. I allow my vibration to rise. Feel the body getting lighter as you let go of all the old stories that you've been carting around. Feel yourself rise above all the suffering and dis-ease. Above all need for control, security, approval, separation and oneness. Let go of all wishing it was different. All trying to figure it out. And all feeling that anything is personal. Set all of that free now. And let go of all feeling of waiting. Waiting for someone or something to change so that you can be happy. Release that now. Let go into the field of pure potential and unlimited possibilities. Open the mind to the new earth, the great awakening. And then in your own time, come back to a lighter, brighter body, energy system. And as always, let me know how you feel, if you notice any difference in how you're dealing with things. Crazy energy just now, a lot of people finding it hard, including myself. We have to really just do the work. There is no option but keep doing the work as we clearly set an intention to be free from all the suffering and the limiting belief that we are not powerful. Thanks, Stephanie. Thanks, Kimberly. Yeah, great stuff, guys. We're all a work in progress. No option for failure, exactly. We are the people, we have unlimited potential. Thank you, Craig. Okay, Sasha. Yeah, keep your eye on the goal, and the goal is freedom and control over our bodies, our health, our wealth and our relationships. That's good. I'm glad people are seeing the positive. I think I love to think that people are definitely starting to pull together, and that we can walk into this new earth with a newfound sense of optimism and collective power for the greater good of all. Okay, guys, so I need to go because I've got a busy day ahead. I really wish you all the best. Huge amounts of unconditional love. Download the app. Subscribe to our channel. Thanks, Lorna. Be the change. Exactly. If you're on this call, you're definitely part of the change if you're doing the work, you know, because letting go, most people avoid it. Like the plague. So it's phenomenal to see this amount of excitement around it. So share, spread the word, and make sure that anybody who has anxiety or depression or any problems, that you let them know about these videos, because they're free and they're transformational. Okay, guys, huge love. Ciao.